Oshi Tomoshimasu. Welcome everyone to episode 6 of the Oshi Moshi Idol podcast. I am your host, Wii Bookstore, joined by my regular cast, Maris and Mina. Say hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, so we've got a lot to talk about for this episode, just because we were gone for a week half, right? Right. For anyone tuning in, we changed our regular recording day to Thursdays instead of Sundays. So we did not do last Sunday. So it's been like almost 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
12 days. That's a guess. But yeah, so we're back. New time, new look. I spent like all day
Kind of
yesterday
new
doing that.
look. Halfway through new look because I didn't have time to set up everything.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what's been going on, just behind the scenes. How I guess we'll start the way we usually do with everyone's weeks. Mina, I know that last week we said that Mina wouldn't be here because she was going to go away, but we changed the day. So, Mina, what were you up to that you were going to leave us?
I was in Vegas for 5 days and 4 nights. So I went Friday to Tuesday. Came back Tuesday.
What did you do? Did you gamble?
I can't gamble. I'm only 20.
Oh, sad.
Oh wait.
What
Okay. Like if any of the police officers are watching in Vegas, like I kind of gambled, but like it was in the morning because there's no like police officers. So I was like, okay, I'll just gamble a bit. But like,
So so then what did you do?
walked around, took pictures.
Just touristy things?
Shopping. Yeah, I went shopping. Yeah, that's it.
Got free drink. Oh, you can't
nice.
drink as well. What the hell? What are you doing in Vegas, Mina?
And then
Drink.
like a few guys like hoot at me, and I was like, okay, yeah, the usual.
The usual.
That was it.
The usual.
The usual.
Anything else happened this week, and last week?
Last week? Nothing much.
Or just since the last episode?
Nothing much. Same as usual. Watch PD48. Updating on the China 48 members. Yeah, that's it. Nothing much. Oh, kind of saw Music Day videos as well.
We'll talk about Music Day for sure.
Yeah.
Maris, what you been up to? Work?
Yeah, work as always. Other than that, I had like a really weird weekend. I think like people saw it on Twitter.
You had allergies?
I figured out I have like sun allergy, which is super funny. Because I'm not from Canada, even though I live in Canada for like, I've been living here for quite a while. But I was born, like, if someone doesn't know, I was born in Brazil, actually. So that's why I make English mistakes all the time, because English is not my first language. But isn't it ironic that I get, like, a weird sun allergy as soon as I moved to Canada? Like, what the hell? Like, that's so weird. So yeah, I had to go to the hospital and take some crazy, medication because, I was suffering. My arms were like all red. It was weird as hell. And I also got into some police trouble, so that was fun. I was stopped by the police while on my way to work, so that was fun.
Well, on your bike.
Yeah, on my bike. They were like, "Yo, where's your insurance and your driver's license?" And I'm like, dude, I don't have it.
And you need a driver's license and insurance riding a bike?
Yes, because like I don't have like when I say bike, you're thinking like a regular bike,
but
it's actually like an electric scooter. So like in theory no, like Canada law actually allows you to have like a scooter, but because like law changes from place to place, like they were saying that here in BC I couldn't do it, but I'm pretty sure I could, so whatever. He was just at the end, he was just like, yeah, you can go, it's fine, like, but just check the law, like, and see if everything is fine. I was like, all right, cool. But yeah, it's just yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I don't know why he stopped me. But that was it. Like that was my week. Other than that, I just worked a lot. I've been working like crazy, unfortunately. And fortunately, it's nice to work.
Money.
Well, it's not how it works, but sure. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. My week was as uneventful as it is usually. Yeah, so I mean, my life as it is right now, like basically consists of A, television, B, songwriting, C, this podcast, and D, like contemplating whether or not I should apply to jobs.
Oh, you should apply to jobs.
You should apply.
Yeah, I think so.
I forgot to say I need to
Maybe next week.
I need to plug something other. I forgot what I did last week. I'm sorry. I was also on the Slope Club podcast. It was really fun. So the VODs are out, and I guess I don't know if it's on Spotify, like the audio. I fucked up recording the audio, so Josh probably hates me and never invite me ever again. But yeah, so
you were in charge of recording audio?
Well, I was in charge of recording my own audio and sending to him, and I fucked that up, so that was fun. Yeah, but I was part of it and it was super fun. Yeah, if you guys have the time, go watch it, because yeah, it's definitely different from this podcast, but yeah. It was a cool experience.
The title of that episode is Keyaki Sako 46's new photo book, right?
I don't even know.
Yeah, I think that's what they titled it. It's something about the photo book and something about Keyaki.
Yeah. I think most of the show we just spent time like talking about Keyaki Tekakenai and Hiragana Oshi, but I don't know how they named their episodes. That was a part that we talked about the Keyaki book, but it wasn't like a big chunk of the episode.
I mean, our episode titles don't really make that much sense.
Well, you named them, so...
Yeah, I named them.
So there you go.
Now you know.
Yeah. So yeah, Idol news, right?
Yep.
The order is gonna be a bit different today. We're gonna end with Keyaki just because we have some things to talk about, and start with 48 stuff. Yeah. So first stuff that like involves everyone, right? You had Music Day, which is a big deal. On the AKB side, it's a big deal because they had the debut performance of their So Senkyo single, right? Without Jurina, without their center. So Jurina wins So Senkyo, right? But she has announced hiatus, right? So at Music Day, you kind of had like a mic stand, right? And Jurina's trophy there, just sitting there. Yeah. And then like during the performance, they play like a VTR of like Jurina like laughing or something, and everyone just like, did Jurina die? What happened?
First of all, oh man, like the first comment that I did, like there's a tweet of me that I just like, is this like Trophy Center? Because that's what it was like Trophy Center. And I was like, man, this trophy is like singing all the high notes. Like I would definitely put Trophy in class A if this was like Produce 48, like 100% Trophy MVP of that performance. Like why did they do that? And then like with all the cuts of like videos, like it really did feel like she was dead. And I was like, what are you guys doing, man?
Like, what are you doing?
I mean, Jurina's been on AKB for like 100,000 years, but she's not dead. You still have like Minegishi there and shit like that. I don't know, man. It was very funny to me.
Yeah. Dancing number 1 though, without Jurina there. So by the way,
she wasn't center, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
So she was the Kobayashi of AKB. Yeah. So Jurina did announce hiatus. I think it was just after this performance. But yeah, so Jurina announced hiatus, and that's lasting through the Thanksgiving concert in August. We don't know when it'll end, but that's a big deal just because the Thanksgiving concert features like the So Senkyo people, right? Yeah. So like the first day, August 1st, is everyone from 17 to 100 performing. And then the August 2nd is Senbatsu, so 1 through 16, but without Jurina, so just 2 to 16.
Is Sakura
Really weird.
performing?
It's planned.
Okay.
Yeah. I know that Sakura like sat out on a handshake or something.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yep.
But that was it. I think there's no other
I hope
announcement.
so. Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Well, I mean, she went back to Korea just recently,
Yeah.
whereas Jurina didn't. Jurina has dropped out of Produce 48. That is that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Oshi.
So yeah, I mean, Music Day. We can talk about.
I was just gonna
No,
say,
go
like,
ahead.
according to Korean websites, yeah, that was like a big thing, of, like Jurina dropping,
yes.
and they made like such a big drama. And I was like, guys,
yeah.
this Korean's websites are calling Jurina Matsui. I had to think about it.
Matsui
like
Jurina?
who calls Jurina Matsui? Nobody.
I don't know.
Well,
Nobody.
I mean, like Western Order.
But like,
Western Order, they use that in like official goods sometimes. Like, however
Yeah,
weird
but-
it might be.
That's weird, and I do not appreciate that. It's Matsui Jurina.
Jurina Hirate.
You heard it here, guys.
Jurina Hirate.
Yeah,
You heard it here.
who the hell is Jurina Hirate? I don't know.
Speaking of Techi, right? Music Day, you had Jurina missing, right? But someone came back from the dead, right?
Do we want to talk about this now?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, we're already
Jesus
on Music
Christ,
Day.
guys. I bet 50 cents, 50 Canadian cents, which is worth less than American cents.
It's
that
like 38 real cents.
Hirate Jurina was gonna come back because they were like, oh yeah, there's like a big surprise, this like performance, and everybody was like, oh shit, what the hell is gonna be? Like people were thinking like they were like gonna perform. I think I saw some people thinking like they were gonna perform Eccentric and things like that. And I was like, guys, it's gonna be Hirate. I bet 50 cents it's gonna be Hirate. And she was there. So like in the beginning of the I might have like some videos to show if you guys want to watch it. In the beginning of the performance, they have like they were just like entering the stage, right? And when they entered the stage, I was like holding my breath, right? Because I was like, dude, like she's gonna show up. Oh my gosh, she's gonna show up. And I didn't know like who else was going to be there too. Like it could have been like Manaka could have come back and stuff like that. But then like I saw that red jacket and I was like, dude. And before Hirate comes, so here's the video. Like you see Suzumoto, and I thought it was Manaka for like half a second because Mon is 100% blonde.
Yeah.
And then like we saw the red coat, and Hirate 100% back. Yes. Like she was not talking during the interview, like that's something that she's not been doing lately. Like she lets like Yuka talk, Neru talk.
Yeah.
But when the performance started, I was like super worried about like how she was gonna perform, right? Because she's been out for so long. And her last performance was like, well, Kohaku, and the other was like Kaze ni Fukarete mo, which she was kind of like she didn't do so well, I guess, in those performances. But oh my god, she just showed up. She was like snappy, like her dance moves were great. She had like the energy. She was singing the song, which she doesn't do sometimes. We could hear her voice throughout the entire thing. I think like Keyaki was comfortable having her back as well. Like they performed, I don't know, I think it was a really nice performance. I'm not gonna say like which performance is better. I was actually like super glad that Hirate was back, of course, but I think both performances are really different, and it's just like cool to see. But Techi, yes.
Yeah.
So good. So good.
Just to pull back to AKB's performance, right? That's the new single, right? there was a lot of talk just on the web about it being very not Jurina. Like everyone's saying that it's basically like Nogi song that they just stole from Akira Sunset and decided to debut as an AKB song. Which I mean, I don't listen to enough like 48 music to like know for sure like how everything's supposed to sound. But yeah, any thoughts on that?
Why did they think that is not Jurina? Oh, not
why it's not
Jurina.
I've heard of it.
Because it is very like the sort of like the very feminine Nogi type of song, right? Whereas I think people are looking for something like more exciting and more like hard hitting and
Oh, okay.
Like Ikinari Punchline, right?
Punchline.
SKE's new single, right? That's a Jurina song.
I feel like I feel like especially with like this Senbatsu song, maybe they just didn't know who was gonna be center, right? So they just had the song ready already, and it's like, well, whatever.
Like, okay, let's put this and whoever is just
yeah. So that might be the reason why it doesn't really fit Jurina, because that makes sense a lot. Like when they're choosing centers and the song is like, okay, you know, this will fit Jurina, this will fit Sakura. Maybe this song would fit Sakura better. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, it might.
It might be. Yeah, might be.
Yeah. I didn't hear the song because I was laughing because of the trophy.
You're just like.
I was just like, what the fuck is going on, dude?
Trophy at center is basically what I've been saying about photo book for center.
Yeah.
Maybe second photo book. You just put it in the middle of the stage. Everyone dances around it. It's perfect.
Neru Center is gonna be Neru Photo Book Center. I'm in.
So moving on to other sort of all 48 stuff. Tokyo Idol Fes, right, for 2018. We'll be featuring all Japanese 48 groups, right? AKB, SKE, NMB, NGT, STU, HKT. That's everyone, right? Yeah, including Equal Up. Everyone. And the person we have to thank is Chairman Sashi. She's the chair again for Tokyo Idol Fest. And all the Japanese 48 groups are invited.
She's so biased, right? Like, just just invite all the 48 groups.
And equals love, because equal
love.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is STU's first time at TIF. I would have to confirm that, but it's definitely NMB's first time, which is a little bit surprising, just because they're an older group. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, there's that, and then also there is the Junken tournament coming up. It was announced. So Junken, for any newbies out there, right? It's basically like the idea is a lot like where Sosenkyo, you had everyone you had fans voting who it's being a single. The Junken tournament was everyone playing rock, paper, scissors for a spot in a Senbatsu, right? But last year and this year, it's a unit thing, right? So you're sort of competing in teams, right? And so I actually have, the tournament itself is September 23rd, but prelims begins August 10th, and I have the quotas up here. Yeah. So after preliminaries, the people who are allowed to enter tournament itself, if you're just a solo unit, there's 4 slots. If you're a 2-member unit, there's 26 slots. If you're 3, 10, 4, 3, 5, 2, 6, 1, 7 to 9, just 1, and then you have 1 10-member unit that's allowed. Which I feel like is kind of weird to separate out 10 from 7 to 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the quota for tournament. Mina, have you watched Junken tournament? Have you ever watched one live?
I haven't watched one live. I might watch one live this year. I've never watched one live. I've seen it after it went live. I haven't seen.
Yeah, Junken's fun. There's that one time where they did like costumes or whatever, right?
Oh,
that's fun.
Okay, they put the costumes back. The costumes. That was fun. The costumes.
I never watched it, but this is the kind of shit that I expect from like from AKB48. Like I want to see
Funny.
I want to see this stuff and like get some crazy ass senbatsus because like
Yeah.
because this girl just lucked out real hard and is like, yep, she can't do anything. Like the first role is just like a mess because everybody's like bad and nobody's famous. That's the kind of shit I want to see. Yeah, that's.
I mean, someone might have to like correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember like, even like Parudu, she was getting like some push around that time, but she didn't. She won a Janken tournament, and that was her first Senbatsu, I think.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
someone
sure.
said it was
One,
rigged.
too.
I heard that.
Someone
No,
said it was
really?
rigged.
People
Yeah,
said it was
she
rigged.
won. Jurina won too. When I forgot which she won too.
I want
Yeah, I
Nako
mean,
Center. Nako Center.
In a no shady business
No
world,
shade.
right? In a no shady business world, Janken tournament is the fairest opportunity for nobodies to
Yeah.
get in some spots.
But it's exciting though. Like you don't expect who's gonna be center.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause like
It's all about
me
luck.
watching So Senkyo this year was like, well, I didn't know any of the girls, so that was like surprising for me. I was like, oh, you know, nice. Like the ones that I knew, I kind of like. Well, the ones that I knew are like Senbatsu, right? So,
Like
yeah, it was.
no.
Yeah, it was just like fun to watch because I didn't know. But like this shit is like it's just so random that is it's gonna be exciting. I
That's
wish it
really
was like something a little bit less random as Junking sometimes too. Like have they ever tried do something else? Like do like a athletic, I don't know, festival.
Athletic competition.
Yeah, or
for
something
single?
like that. Or like
Well,
rope jumping. I don't know.
I mean, they do make like one-off units, right? That like consider like different skills, right? Or just like random things sometimes. But yeah. But there's not usually an event for those sorts of
it's just
groups.
junkin.
In AKB news, RIAJ, the Recording Industry Association of Japan, gave Teacher 3 million certification, 3 million sales, which is the first female idol group to get this certification, right? And it hasn't been given to anyone since 2003.
And it's a
2003?
shitty song.
You know?
It's such a shit song.
You know who won in 2003?
Sashi? I don't know.
The one in 2003?
Oh no,
it was
of
a
course
S-Map
not.
song.
Yeah.
It was an S-Map song.
Oh really?
Yeah. Someone's asking in chat if we're gonna cover Nogi stuff. We'll do that eventually. We will cover Nogi stuff.
That's cheap.
Soon, guys. Soon.
Someone comments, it's because Teacher is such a good song.
It is. Wow, it's my favorite AKB song. It's so good. I never get dizzy watching that video. It's so great.
I never get dizzy.
She loves
Never,
the mountain,
ever.
guys.
Don't get dizzy.
She loves the mountain.
Such great green screen.
Such great everything. It's just so good. It's such a good video.
Teacher.
I mean, I'm glad they sold
so,
like 3 million because like last year they were getting crushed by like Nogi and stuff like that, so they were like starting to get worried about it, right? But you know, 3
I mean,
million.
So Senkyo singles always sell.
Yeah,
Like,
It's so Senkyo. It's so Senkyo. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So more AKB news. AKB received recognition from the Japanese government for their involvement in the Great East Japan Earthquake Relief Project. So they were like ambassadors and like word spreaders, and like they were advocates for the relief following the big earthquake that happened a couple years back, right? And so they got like a certificate and an award or something for it. Like the Reconstruction Agency gave Yui Han certificate, and yeah, that was the thing. In more individual AKB news, Anin, who moved to Mexico recently to be in a TV show, right? The cast for that TV show released a music video.
Oh yes.
So the show is like La Leyenda, and the song is Este Movimiento.
Ooh, that's Spanish.
And so I listened to it, I watched it, and I mean, I don't have any bad things to say about it. I mean, it was cool, I guess. Anin vocally is kind of weird just because she's singing in Spanish.
Yeah, I imagine it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But yeah. If you want to check that out, there will be a link in the description. In more news, you have Yukirin. She announced that she will be doing solo lives in Shanghai on
Shanghai.
the 4th and 5th of August. So if you're in the area, check it out, I guess. If you live in Shanghai.
Check it out, guys.
Or if you're planning a Shanghai trip and Yukirin's your Oshi. Yeah, so SKE, they announced a new documentary that's going to be produced by TBS. And I know Mina has some SKE news, right?
Yes. You mentioned Jurina, so I won't
that.
Yeah, so SKE released an MC video for their 10th anniversary. I forgot what the video was about. I watched it a couple days before.
You watched it, but you don't remember?
Vegas. Yeah, I was in Vegas, and Mom's like, "Okay, we're going." I'm like, "Okay." Yeah, so I kind of watched it. MNL news. So if you live in the Philippines, there's a chance for you to ask.
We're going straight to Manila. There's so many other Japanese groups that we haven't covered yet.
Oh, right, you're not done. Sorry. Okay, you can go. I thought you were done. I was like, wait, that was
no. That's only we only covered 2 of the 3,000,048 groups. So
mention NGT, and then you can add on.
I mean, we'll get to NGT. I mean, you can talk about NGT right now. Go ahead.
Okay, so NGT announced their 4th single, and you can add on.
Yeah, so I guess we're skipping to NGT for right now.
Yeah,
NGT did announce their 4th single. It is releasing September 26th. But that's not the only thing that NGT is preparing for. They also have announced live show at Budokan for September 15th. Yeah, Budokan is still a big deal, no matter who you are. Budokan is huge. So yeah. Going back to after SKE, right? NMB news. NMB. We have Ando Edina announced grad. I don't know who Ando Edina is. I'm gonna look her up right now.
Who is it?
Ando Edina.
Okay.
I know like 2 people from NMB, and that's
her name's very familiar.
She has not been in a Senbatsu, so she was a 2nd generation draft. So she's not been in it very long. 2015.
Do you know
why? She was in 3 B-sides, and she's announced grad. I don't have a reason.
Probably school.
I'm looking at her Wiki 48 page, and her prose is positive thinking.
Yeah, I was reading it. Her cons are stubborn.
So you would think someone who thinks positively and is stubborn would stay in the group longer, but alas.
Apparently no.
She's really young.
In other NMB news, you have Watanabe Miyuki, Milky. She's back.
Yep.
Right? She announced her grad 2 years ago, and her non-compete's basically up, right? So she has announced birthday lives for her birthday that she's going to be holding 2 in September. And then she also launched her website and fan club. You can find Milky things at milky.world. That is the web page for her. And yeah, so I mean, we talked previously about Yoshimoto and their 2-year non-compete. And I got some like new info on that from someone who works at Yoshimoto. Basically, he told me that like having non-competes in your contracts is pretty standard in the entertainment industry in Japan, and probably in the idol industry. It's just that most companies don't care to enforce it, except for Yoshimoto Osaka, which is why you hear so much shit out of NMB about girls who can't work. And this person actually also told me that Riripon, who graduated last year, moved to Yoshimoto, Tokyo, which is why she's allowed to do things, and she's doing things right now. So I mean, yeah. So that's a thing that happens. Moving on to HKT news. HKT Theater will be temporarily closed from the 16th to August. They didn't really say why, but in the meantime, Team T2 and Team H have shows at the AKB Theater. Team T2 will do a joint stage with Team 4 on the 23rd, and then Team H is on the day after, the 24th. I don't know what's going on with K4, but yeah, there's that. And then Yamada Marina, who is a HKT grad, she just graduated in April, I think, right? She's debuting in a new idol group, Seiyu idol group known as
that's weird.
Places. They have their first maxi single coming out August 22nd called Places Chaos, and I actually listened to it, and it's pretty good. So I have no complaints. But yeah, she was an HKT member. She just graduated. Now she's in a new idol group. They're about to debut. Just idol things.
Cool.
Yeah. So we covered NGT, right? STU, I don't have that much. They're delaying their second single because rain. It's super raining in the
okay.
Their area, this Setochi area. So that's delayed. And then
they can have the boat.
Mina gets, yeah. What's gonna happen to the boat? The boat's gonna sink because of rain.
Don't say that.
The boat.
The boat.
The boat. They cannot have an MV without the boat. So there you go. They need to use the boat. So rain and boat.
Yeah.
It's just
Rain and boat. You know,
Yeah.
probably. I don't know if they go together, but
yeah, no.
it'll float, guys.
Rain and boats don't really go together. No.
Yeah, no.
So before Mina gets into the international 48 groups, I actually have my own stuff to say about TPE 48 in Taipei. They are not doing hot. We talked about it earlier about how TPE's parent company is bankrupt, or they're in a ton of debt.
Yep.
Right. So we have more happenings that happened over the last 2 weeks about just shit that happens to TPE, right? So last week on the 8th, their website went down, just completely went down, and you still can't access it right now. Like, you can go to tpe48.tw, and there will be nothing there. And then yesterday, I think AKB management announced that TPE is pulling out of a Tokyo Girls Collection fashion event. So that's just another stone on the path.
So they're probably gonna
TPE
cancel everything.
Yeah. And then in some like more personal news, right? You have Abe Maria, who was the AKB transfer to TPE. She this is a rumor, but she apparently cannot afford her rent anymore in Taipei. So she's moving back to Japan.
Yeah, I heard that.
And she has also removed TPE from her Twitter bio. Yeah, so that's all of my 48 news. We'll get to Nogizaka
so shady,
after.
Dude. That's so shady. I feel for these girls, like.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you had to deal with when Akimoto like expands into other countries, right? Like AKS can't be there to handle everything, right? So they just find whoever's willing, right?
And sometimes the person willing is a mess. And
I also heard another rumor that the CEO just like fucking disappeared, just gone.
Oh yeah.
There's a comment in there too about the CEO.
Chief.
But yeah, he's gone. Yeah. So, Mina, you have other international groups.
Okay, yeah. So, any fans in Manila or the Philippines, you have a chance to ask your Oshi a truth or dare question, and there should be. It will go on from Friday to Saturday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. at Moshi Moshi Japanese Internet.
Oshi
Entertainment
Moshi?
Studio.
What?
Oshi Moshi.
Oshi
What? Are you
Moshi?
hosting something?
No, I
What?
just I legit found this out, and I was reading it. It said Moshi Moshi Japanese Entertainment.
That makes
Studio,
sense.
and I'm like, okay,
That makes sense.
that makes sense. They should have put Oshi, but that's okay. And then for China 48 news, so
I mean,
SN8
if AKS does want to like hit us up with some shit, like we'll promote anything if you pay me. Like I need a job still.
pay us, guys, if you're using
Yeah.
Moshi Moshi.
I need to see if
Yeah,
my
and then-
contract is okay with me promoting other random stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Where were you going, Amina?
Oh, SNH 48's fifth general election will be held in less than 16 days. It'll air again.
So
for
thank
Wednesday.
you.
So thank you. Yeah, for the Chinese.
Yeah. Yeah. When
Yeah, and also in SNH news, so a subunit called Seven Senses announced a release for a new album coming up, and it'll be
Yeah,
about a
Seven
certain
Senses is, like,
member.
the super popular unit, right?
Yeah. And yeah, people were predicting which member it would be. I'm not sure who it'll be.
For center.
Yeah, it might be
Hirate
Akane
Yurino.
or-
100%.
It's Techi. Techi's moving to Shanghai.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
No, it's not.
Yeah, so-
Hey, keep my girl in Japan, please. Don't.
What if she wants to go to Shanghai?
I mean, she
What if
can
it
go
was Techi's
travel.
decision?
Like she can go, but like just come back like the next day because she's been away for so long. Jesus Christ. No.
Yeah. So when SNH gets closer to their Senbatsu, I mean, we can have Cher on, right? We can give
Yeah.
that some time,
He
right?
knows a bit more than
Yeah.
or anyone else who wants to join.
Yeah, anyone who knows SNH and their sister groups, hit us up on Twitter. I have an email address for Oshi Moshi that I don't share, but yeah, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, that's where we are. You can hit us up on any of those platforms if you have things you want to share, and maybe we'll have you on. Yeah. Mina, you have anything else? Did you have anything else?
Oh. As you mentioned with Produce 48, so the photos of the girls going to Korea. And it's rumored that they're going for their second round of performances for the next coming episodes.
Yeah. So everyone's coming back to Korea, which I mean is for more recording. And then I mean at some point they're going to be doing live shows on Produce, right? They're going to be broadcasted live. I mean that's the case in previous seasons. I don't know how that's going to play out this time, especially when you have girls who have to fly back and forth from Japan. But yeah, like I mean, anyone who even follows like anyone who even follows like SNS or like subscribes to MMA, like the girls who are in Korea right now aren't sending anything. They're just because they don't have their phones or they don't have their phones on them.
Also, they're probably dying, so.
Yeah. So I mean, we can cover Produce now.
Nako
we can talk about
Nako number one.
So since we're on Thursdays now, we can talk about the last two episodes.
Just one thing about Produce 48. People are saying that there's some rumors about Eccentric being one of the songs because they're gonna do like some Japanese songs, I guess this time. I hope so. And people are like, well, we need like a rap song, so their Japanese rap song is eccentric, which is like,
Eccentric.
I mean, eccentric is a lot of like speaking, but I wouldn't call it like super. It is kind of rap, I guess, but I wouldn't say like,
Yeah.
yo, that's
Rapping.
that's a rap song, you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of rap.
Hiraishin is probably like more rap, you know, than eccentric, but eccentric is so huge in Korea that I think it just like makes the sense. Like it just makes sense that it's eccentric, right? And if that's true, I'm so ready to see some shoes flying around, some people getting hit by shoes, and like drama happens backstage. It's like, you threw your shoe and went into my eye and now I can't perform because, you know, something crazy. I want to see it. Make it happen. Yeah. And if it's not eccentric, then I don't like it. Then be another Keyakizaka song, please.
Just to give some background, because Maris is so quick to pull the trigger on Keyaki things.
I am. That's all I'm here for.
So in Produce, like eventually you reach a point where they do position evaluations, right? So every member basically chooses a specialty, and then they perform a song in a group around that specialty. But that's the future stuff. I think we want to start with sort of the things that have been happening in the episodes, right?
Yeah.
We have thoughts. I mean, so in episode 3, which is the last one where we left off, right? You had the reevaluations. So all the girls get new letter ranks, right? So yeah, people moving up and down all over. There's an A who went down to F, not a Japanese girl, but a Korean, which is unprecedented in the last 2 seasons. And then also in episode 3, you have sort of you see them get in their groups, right? Basically, by random draw, someone is selected, and then they get to pick like 4 or 5 other members to join them in a group for their first performances. Sakura as center gets a boost where she's the first one to go, and she picks her team of like Aoi and other girls.
Avengers team.
And then the rest of the sort of team pickers are randomly selected, and then in those groups, right, they had to run to pick a song off a wall and bring it back in to basically have, that's their song selection, right? They put a bunch of songs on the wall on the opposite side of the room, and then everyone has to go run, grab a sign, bring it back, and whoever brings it back fastest gets their song, and then they get to choose who to challenge, right? And around this time, you get some like controversial stuff coming on, right? Because one team, they have a Korean member. I don't remember her name. It's Che something. But basically, all the interviews that they had with her were about her having like this plan for the perfect group. Like this was the song that she picked from the beginning. These were the members that were going to be in it, right? Yeah. And then when they get the chance to pick who they're going against, right? They pick the
weakest team.
They pick the group. They picked the weakest group, the group that no one else picked members for, right? They were the leftovers,
so
right?
sad.
Which includes who? Chiba Eri.
Chiba Eri.
Right?
Chiba Eri.
Asayuka's in it. I forgot who the last one was.
I know her name. Misaki?
Wait, I know her too.
Is it Aramaki Misaki, or am I just wrong?
No, Sato Minami. Right? She's AKB. Because it was a member from SKE. Chiba Eri, and then another one.
This is all stuff that we can look up.
We were all here just for Chiba Eri. That's the important member of that group.
Chiba Eri, because she did the rapping. Asayuka is SKE48 member. I know she was in it also.
And Nanami.
I think
Nanami.
Sato.
No, it's Nanami. Yeah. I don't know if her first name is Sato, but it's Nanami. Yeah.
Sato something. I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, with episode 3, like, it's the Chiba Eri episode, right? There's so much Chiba Eri focus, right? And
there's another member.
Just like her,
There's another member that got a lot of love. in
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
episode.
Right now we're talking about Eddie.
Okay.
Right now we're talking about Eddie, right? So and the reason why Eddie got so much screen time, right, is because she's great, right? But she's also really young. There's a lot of really young girls in Eddie's group, right? And like they got Boombaya, which is a Blackpink song, very rap heavy, very hip hop inspired, right? And so you have like these young Japanese girls who don't know anything about rap, who are also like super bummed because they weren't picked for teams, right?
Yeah. And they have
Like,
to rap in Korean. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
No, it's the. Was it not the Japanese version of Boombaya?
it was Korean.
It was Korean.
It was the Korean version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Korean version because it was Mamma Mia and Twice that were Japanese, and then High Tension.
Yeah.
Was it Korean? They were rapping in Korean.
Yeah. And so you have some controversy with the girl who picked Aries' team, right? People being like that it was too harsh to like put this on that group when there were other groups they could have picked. But I mean that's the game, right? That's just how you win.
They did good though. That team did.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about episode 4 anyway. Chiba Aries team won, right? Which is super unexpected, right? So episode 4, right? You on Showroom actually, you had 3 AKB members tuning in and watching on Showroom. UED, Megu, and Sayaya, right? And when Boombaya Team 2 wins, like they freak the fuck out, and it's great.
It was good.
Yeah. Someone in the comments saying that Nanami got more votes than Eri. Yeah, Eri did not get the most votes, but Eri would have gotten votes if
international voting.
Or this is all recorded in the past, right? So no one even knows who Eri is when this is being recorded.
Yeah.
Right?
That's why the votes were.
But everyone knows who Eri is now, which is the point we're trying to make. Yeah.
I have to I have to publicly apologize for like giving Koreans some shit. Because I was like, well, they're never going to understand, you know, the girls and, like, all the Japanese girls are never going to get voted because they're going to be so biased, like, towards Korean members. When I see stuff like this happening, I'm like, you guys know what's up. Like, I'm sorry I was like, I'm sorry I was like someone that didn't believe in you because I would 100% vote for, like, Chiba Eddie's team. And they did it, so good job, Korean fans.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You picked the good one.
Yeah.
So basically all these groups, they perform their songs, right? And the winning team, which is determined by votes at the venue, gets a 1,000-point boost, 1,000-vote boost for rankings, which is a big deal at the end of episode 4, just because there's a very drastic change between the votes before and after the bonus. But what I'm not really clear on is like how much those votes really matter when you bring in live voting. So episode 4, you have these performances and you have votes come in from the venue, right? But in episode 5, which is this coming week's episode, they'll be having their first round of eliminations. And these eliminations will bring in votes that have been happening live, right, by people watching.
Yeah.
And so 1,000 votes doesn't seem like a lot in that situation. Like it might be a big deal in like the like mid ranks, like the people who are like on the edge. Like so they're only keeping 1 through 58, right? So those 1,000 points are only really like useful if you're teetering on the edge. But I mean, in the upper ranks, 1,000 is nothing.
Yeah. There's a few members that want to make it.
Another sort of star coming out of episode 4 was Yabuki Nako, right?
Nako.
Right? Nako number 1.
It's flipped.
Legit.
Nako
number
1.
Nako
number 1.
Nako basically was just like super, I don't know, everything was just super easy for her in this episode, right? And she came out with the highest number of votes out of all the live performances, which is like 300 something.
And she was so cute about it too. She was like, "Oh my god, I think like this is, I think this machine broken. Like, what happened? Like, I don't understand." And she was one of the members that got from F to A. Like, we didn't talk about this, but like, holy shit! Like, in the reevaluations, like people are like, "Wait a second, this girl's this girl,
who is she?
what? Huh?" And
Like,
then
what?
like, yeah, like honestly, so much. Nako's so good. And then like the fact that she can pull out the high note, and everybody
that high note was
dies.
so good, yeah.
She,
Everyone
like,
was like,
she did the high note, and then she does like the little Nako smile, like it wasn't like a big
so
deal.
cute.
Like
Yeah,
I don't know,
it was a
like
big
she's so
deal.
cute. She's so cute. Everybody's in love with Nako. I just want her to win this thing because
I
she's
want her
a
to
fellow
win.
Keyaki like Keyaki fan as well. She's such a
Nako
Keyaki
number
fan.
one.
And
Nako
I just
number
want her to win everything. Nako number one. Nako number one.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So, did either of you have any thoughts to share about the episodes that have aired so far? Just 1 through 4, whatever you want.
I mean, I like this kind of stuff, right? Like the things that surprised me was like I thought Koreans were gonna be more biased towards
I feel
Korean
it,
members. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so-
it wasn't.
So the editing too, like Mnet is really focusing on Japanese members.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit sort of bittersweet, just because like if you consider like the Koreans, right? These are people who don't have careers, right? They're
Yeah.
trainees actually,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so like they come on this show to be recognized and gain following so that they can debut, right? But no, like 48 is just stealing all the screen time.
Because it's
stealing the
just
hearts of
more
fans.
interesting to look at them like struggle,
Interesting.
right? Like it's
Yeah.
that's why J-pop is cooler than K-pop in my opinion, because I don't want to see people doing like being perfect all the time. I want to see the struggle, right? And then this show is showing the struggle, and it's showing like people like Nako that comes from F and goes all the way to A, and in my opinion is honestly, I don't think Sakura should be A. Like, I don't think she deserves to be at A. Like, every single time I see Sakura performing, I'm like, like, yeah. So, I'm just really happy that, I'm just so happy that Nako did it. And there are more, what is the name of the other girl that got moved to A too? Like the, Hitomi?
Yeah.
Honda.
She's awesome too. Like, and it's just nice to see like more Japanese members on A, and like Korean members dropping to F and dropping to other things. I just want to see more of that. I am 100% biased. I want Japanese girls to do super well, and they're doing all right. Even like Chibaeri, when she's not doing great.
Yeah.
People are like seeing how cute she is and how much she's struggling. Poor kid. And yeah, good job, Mnet.
So,
even though you don't have like enough content to make a 2-hour episode every week. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, I mean, some highlights for me just in like the last 2 episodes. I mean, we get to see a lot of like fun like Japanese Korean interaction, like people like trying to communicate with each other is always fun. And then like the little ships and skinship that happens between members is always like super cute to watch.
Yeah.
And then you have my girl Saho, right? Super center, right? She has a whole thing about everyone has to help Saho be the best center possible. Yeah, I love Saho. Saho's great. That's my favorite AKB member, by the way, guys. By the way.
I can see.
And yeah,
Dasu number
yeah. So
one,
next,
though?
who number one?
Dasu number one, though.
Dasu's SKE.
I know,
Dasu's
but she
SKE
can.
for one.
Yeah, but she can. Okay, I'm saying like pure AKB, right? Okay, pure AKB.
Yeah.
True
Because
AKB.
otherwise, my 48 Oshi is Sachihara Reno.
Okay.
All day, every day. Yeah.
Okay.
Every day.
Dasu's not even my SKE Oshi though.
Okay.
she's like number 3 or 4.
But Dasu number
But
one.
yeah. Dasu number 1 though. I'm always going to cheer for Dasu when it comes to competitions now.
Okay.
Dasu joins PD48. Dasu number 1.
Nako number one.
Yeah.
We're moving forward, right? So
Yeah.
episode 5, which is coming up, right? They are going to do the eliminations. They're eliminating
scared.
from 59 down. We know that Jurina has dropped out, right?
Sobering.
Also, 4-ish other members have already dropped out in the past, including Tanaka Miku. And then and then there's also they're teasing a lot of variety stuff. It looks like Dokiri, right? And then variety games, and then they're bringing on Ariyoshi Risa. So anyone who's watched Produce 48, Produce 101 season 1, right? Ariyoshi Risa was a Japanese trainee who came on to Produce 101, right?
Oh shit! I remember her.
And her and her audition was just like
awful.
Super funny.
It was funny.
Yeah.
I still remember it.
She did not get very far, but they are bringing her back in this week's episode of Produce 48. So I'm excited to see how they spin that. I mean, I don't know what she's been doing at all. They could be focusing on like her activities in Korea, or maybe she just went full variety on us and decided, hey, because I mean, in her audition like 3 years ago, right? Like they asked her like, are you here to be an idol or are you here to be an entertainer? Because you could be one.
Yeah.
And so who knows what's happened with her. We'll see in this week's episode. And we actually have people interested in coming on to talk about Produce 48's eliminations.
Excited.
So that will probably be a thing next Thursday. So we're at an hour right now.
Yeah.
I'll go through Nogizaka real fast, and then we have some stuff to share about Keyaki. So in 46 news, Nogizaka, right? They just had their 6th birthday live and basically at the birthday live, they actually performed in 2 stadiums,
which was super cool.
Just because
I have to say,
just because there's that many Nogi fans, right? They had to split them up, and the stadiums are like right across the street from each other. So like you could be in one stadium and still hear what's going on in the other stadium. Like that's the reports that I was getting, right? And yeah, it was super cool. Nogi debuted their new single, centered by Saito Asuka. It is Jikochu de Iko. I didn't look up the translation for that. But I also didn't listen to it. I haven't watched it yet. I will. There will be a link in the description for the performance. And then they also debuted Undergirl's coupling song, centered by Nakata Kana, who I really like. Kanarin's probably like top 7 in Nogizaka. But there are people telling me, right, that like Nakata was the wrong push, right? That she shouldn't be center, and that like she should be preparing for graduation. And I'm just like, why you guys gotta do this to my Oshis?
Yeah. What the heck, guys?
Because I mean, Kanarin isn't that popular. Remember, she has had a couple of Senbatsus, like more than your typical undergirls, right?
Yeah.
But she's never really been pushed or gotten a lot of outside jobs. I mean, she does like some shoots. She has her own show with Sayuringo. It's an idol show where they come in and they have other idol guests, and it's usually like lesser known groups. But I'm super proud of Kana for centering undergirls. I don't know if this is the undergirl song. This might just be a coupling, but it probably is. In other Nogizaka news, Kitano was at the 6th birthday live, and she officially announced the end of her hiatus for this coming month, and that she will be participating in 21st single promotions. And then in other things, this is kind of old news, but you have Shiraishi Mai reveal what her Instagram is about, right? They covered that on The Slope with Maris. That was the episode.
Yeah.
Josh is in the comments right now. Hi, Josh.
Josh.
We plugged The Slope for you.
Yep.
He's now officially allowed to come
welcome.
to this podcast. Officially.
Yeah. So the account is for Kirin Hyoketsu, which is an alcoholic beverage which I said before, right, that people were
So cute.
thinking that it was for alcohol, and it was.
Yeah, it was for alcohol. Yeah.
Good job, 2chan. So detective.
Yeah.
Detective.
My last bit of Nogizaka news is Kubo Shiori, it's a third gen member. She already announced hiatus for health issues, right? But they released like a trailer thing for a video series that she's in as a traveler ambassador for Miyagi and Sendai. So even though she won't be doing any new work, I assume all this was already pre-recorded, and you will be getting Shiori content. Yeah. So that's all I have for Nogizaka. There's only a few things left for Keyaki, right, Nurse?
Yeah, because I think like I talked already about how happy I was
Music
to see
Day.
Hirate back on Music Day. The other thing they did was Sakamichi AKB also performed. And we got to see that live for the first time because we never saw a performance like that. I thought Neru was like super nervous. But then I think Neru's super nervous centering. I think in the video she looked nervous as well. But I don't know.
Neru's
like
comfortable in middle center.
that's
the
that's the kind of stuff.
middle
Like
center.
now that we're like gonna talk about Keyaki's Senbatsu, it's like it makes me really see why Neru wouldn't be center, even though she is one of the most popular members. I think middle center is her ideal spot.
It's the Neru spot.
yeah.
It's the best spot.
Yeah. Anyway, so other than Music Day, the other thing that we know about now, and last week we were kind of speculating, but they officially announced their 7th single, so it's gonna come out next month. I forgot the date, but it's next month. And yeah, so we don't know much about it. Like some people are saying like it's gonna be a double A side. Some people are saying that it's gonna have hiragana there as well. Like I don't think. I think that's a kanji. That's a pure kanji like single.
Yeah.
But double A side would be awesome actually. It's
I
on
mean,
the 15th. By the way, that is gonna.
I mean, but
Thank
the
you,
only
chat.
changes we have just say Keyakizaka 46. I mean, they do have it in kanji, right?
Yeah.
But then,
Yeah.
I mean, is kanji Keyaki even like an official term that they use, like in promotions?
No, it's because it's written in kanji, right? It's
Yeah.
both of groups are still like Keyakizaka, but one is written in kanji and the other one is hidden in hiragana. So
But
that's why.
But hiragana is always referred to as hiragana.
Yeah.
Whereas like
Yeah.
kanji
is always just Keyakizaka. I mean, we say kanji and we say hiragana because we know better. But like I think for most Japanese like random people it's just like kanji is Keyakizaka and then you have hiragana Keyakizaka, right? Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there are some talks about like maybe it's a double A side. The teaser image is just like two triangles.
it's
like
it's a sky and then an upside down
yeah,
mountain.
it's an upside down mountain. So what I read from that, like me reading like things like design, and you should never read Keyaki design because like 99% of the time is just an image that they put together in 5 seconds.
Okay.
I do
That
think it's
image,
gonna
though,
be. Oh, go ahead.
That image though, like, can someone please turn on anti-aliasing when they type out words, please? Like, it's so edgy on those letters, right? Like,
But
the
Keyaki is
seven's
supposed
really
to be
bad.
edgy. You don't get it. That's the whole concept, man. They need the edges, even in the font. Okay.
Yeah. What were you saying, Rance?
No, I just saying that they have like the upside down stuff, and that's why people are like saying maybe it's a double A side. I don't know, but for me, what I read about this is like there's a song that is slightly more like, I don't know, happy, and then there's like a Hiraishin. There's like a Momori as a B side. I don't know. That's kind of what I read from that, but. Who knows? We don't know anything. Nothing came out. What I think is that they already recorded the MV because they all have different hairs already. Like Mon is blonde and like Neru cut her hair. Her hair is like short, so they all got like hair changes. Hirate cut her hair again. So Hirate long hair, I don't think is ever gonna happen again. We're always gonna have short hair, Hirate. Yeah, so that was announced. So let's see coming up what's gonna happen. And I don't think they're gonna have anything on Kakenai this weekend. They said that it wouldn't be. Well, they didn't announce yet, but like from what I've seen, it's not gonna be there. But Hirate is gonna be on Kakenai for the first time in like ages, since like second generation Hiragana joined. So that's gonna be fun to see. Yeah. And other news about kanji is like kind of a sad one, because we always have to have a sad one. Maizumi is not doing any handshake events activities for the second for the seventh single. And I mean, this kind of worries me, because the members that are not doing seventh single stuff is Manaka and Aoi, because they're both in hiatus, so that makes sense. Hirate, because she's Hirate and she doesn't, I guess, do this stuff anymore. And the other person is Imaizumi, which is very weird, because Imaizumi really, really likes doing handshake events. Like, she really likes interacting with fans, and every single time I hear like fans that go meet Imaizumi, they say like she's always like super happy and her handshake is actually really nice. So it's kind of worrisome that she's not been in performances and is not doing anything for seventh single. I don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on. Management they're not telling us anything, but I don't even know if she's gonna be on Keyaki Republic at this point, right? So let's see what they're gonna announce. Yeah. So that's the sad sad news. Just
one more piece of news, right?
Yeah, just quickly over Hiragana, the same day of Music Day, they did a performance on Monster Live, and they performed with Neru as well. So they performed like 3 songs with Neru, yeah, it was like Hiragana being happy with Neru once again, which is kind of what I wanted to see.
Neru performed in 3 groups that day, guys.
Yeah, Neru's insane. Like, if there's something that I can say about Nagahama Neru and why she's like the best idol, because she's like so good as an idol. This girl works so hard. Like, she's been everywhere. She was like, while Hirate was away, she like took care of her like radio show. She got a photo book out. She was like everywhere. Neru was everywhere, like TV shows and everything. So I'm really glad Neru exists, because it definitely carries Keyaki, and Hirate can't do that. Like, Hirate is not someone that should be there like carrying Keyaki anymore. That's how I feel.
Center person.
Yeah.
The rest of them.
Yeah, center person, the rest of it, yeah. So yeah, and the other thing is they're gonna have a stage Hiragana. They're gonna have a stage like a theater, I guess, stage play of Madoka Magica. That is there's like an anime and a manga, right? If I'm not mistaken.
But I think what I heard was that this play is based off their mobile game.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah. I think the cool thing is that I heard that they are they're letting the girls they're not like picking the characters for the girls. They're actually letting them perform. No, they're performing and then they're picking, right? So they're kind of like auditioning for the roles, which is kind of cool, because most of the time management just picks whoever they want. But I think this one they actually want to find the right fit for characters, which is a nice thing if you're into Madoka Magica, I guess. I have no idea what that is. I heard about it, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of it. Yeah, so before we get into sort of our like final topic for the day, there's one thing I just wanted to squeeze in here that I forgot earlier, was Last Idol, who we've talked about. We gave them an episode. He has their 3rd single coming out. They released a music video already. There will be a link in the description. So moving on. We organized this little thing. It's kind of fun for the 3 of us and maybe for the people watching. about Keyaki 7 single, each of us made basically a Senbatsu prediction, right? And then I have a scoring system, right? And so when they announce a 7 single formation, right? We'll compare ours to theirs, the official one, right? And whoever scores the highest will be able to give the lowest scoring person a challenge, right? Right. So just to break down how we're scoring things, if anyone in the comments has a better system in mind, just like private message me anywhere.
I have no challenges.
But basically, this is how the score breaks down, right? If you get the correct number of people for the formation, right? It might be 21. I don't think it's going to be 21.
It's not. It's not gonna.
If you get the right number, that's 20 points, right? If you get the correct formation, so if you know the right number of people in each row, that's another 20 points. Okay? And then for individual members, right? If you get their position correct, and there will be some leeway here, depending on how your formation matches up with the official one, but more details on that later. If you get their position correct or correct-ish, that's 10 points. All right. If you get their row correct, just the row, that's 5 points. And then if you get center correct, that's a bonus of 10. Yeah. So who wants to share their lineup first?
I don't want to share.
I want to say I did this in 5 minutes before the show started because I didn't have time to do it. So I already regret my Senbatsu. But I was struggling so hard.
I told the girls to do this yesterday, but they just did it right before we broadcasted.
I didn't see that message, and yeah, I just got here from work, so there you go.
We were busy, okay? I'm sorry.
I was busy. Yeah.
I mean, I also did it just before I started this call.
Okay, cool.
Whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just be real here.
Who wants to start? We'll start with Mina. Mina, give us your lineup, and then maybe
guys.
And then maybe like give us some comments on like why you place them here versus there.
I told you. Okay, so.
Okay, so this is the order we're doing it. We're gonna start from the back row, left to right, as if you're facing. Yeah, left to right. Oh, so first tell us your formation.
Left?
Oh
your
yeah,
left.
You need to tell how many members.
Okay, my left.
You need to tell us the formation too.
How many members and the formation? Yeah. Oh, did Mina drop?
Mina died. Mina didn't want to do this so bad that she decided to leave.
Do you wanna go?
I can go. All right, I'll go.
Okay,
I'll go.
While we wait for Mina to set this up.
All right, we're gonna wait on Mina, and I'm gonna go ahead. Third row. All right. So, so actually, my formation right is 5-7-7. So I have 19 members. 5 being the front row. All right. And so yeah, the people I've excluded, I'll just say that right off the bat, are Shida Manaka and Imaizumi Yui. Yeah, zoom in and
oh my god.
Monica.
Oh, is Mina back? Mina?
Mina's not back yet. All right, so third row, the back 7. Right, I feel like my Senbatsu is pretty safe. So like your typical back row members are your typical back row members.
Okay.
So from left to right, I have
Mina's back.
Felica.
But you go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah, she's back now, but you go
I
ahead.
have Felica.
Okay.
Ora Nana.
Okay.
Uemura Rina.
Okay.
And then I have Harada as the back center.
Back center.
Why?
Why?
Maris doesn't think that I should have included her.
Yeah.
I just
don't think
like
you should.
So she's gone because of school, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just felt like she could be there just to record the song in the music video. She doesn't have to.
No,
promote.
It's not gonna happen. But the thing is, he said 19 members and Aoi is there, which means who are the other 2 members that he cut out?
I already said. Did you say? I cut out Zumin and I cut out Manaka. I said that on camera.
Okay. Okay.
It's confirmed.
Yeah.
Look,
so
it
middle
might-
center
okay.
Harada, or
Alright.
back center Harada.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back
Next to
there.
her, you have Nanako. Then you have Satoshiori.
Okay.
And then you have Yone Tani.
Okay.
And then middle row, left to right, you have Habu. I always think about Habu being on the edges.
Yeah,
She's
me too.
tall.
Me too. Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
So I have
probably right.
Habu-
You're probably right.
I have Habu on the edge of the second row. And then the next couple are just gonna be all terrible dancers. That's just the way it worked out. So you have Ozeki, right? Then you have Baraka.
Pei-chan.
Then you have Neru. Neru middle center forever.
Yeah.
Neru middle center for life. That's the best spot. It's the Neru spot.
No one can take it.
And then to her left, all right, is Koike, and then Moria, and then Ishimori, Nijika. I pushed Nijika up to the second row, even though she's traditionally like the back corner.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
I just felt like Nijika is getting a little bit of a push these days.
Come
That's
on,
just what it
guys.
feels like to me.
She
I don't
is,
have
she
any
is.
evidence.
Yeah, she is.
Let her give her push.
Yeah, like cause even for me, like Nijiko is almost always like a bottom tier member for me, but really I feel like she's starting to become pretty interesting to watch. Yeah. So front row, the top 5, right? I'll do center last.
Okay.
Who
Oh,
could
who
center
could it
be?
be?
Oh, who's center? Oh.
Who could it be?
Oh, I wonder who it is.
Oh
my
no. Okay,
So,
go ahead.
on the farthest left,
Yeah.
I have Sugai.
Okay.
God. Oh, okay.
Then I have Kobayashi,
Okay.
Mhm.
Yui Pon. And then from the far right, I
Mm.
have Risa. Next to her is Miyu, Suzuno Miyu.
Oh,
Who could be center?
okay.
There's 3 people left, guys.
I think is oh my god, I just blanked out. What is the name of the girl that left? I always make jokes about her.
It's Harada Mayu.
Yes, it's Mayu. 100% Harada Mayu. She's coming back.
We don't talk
Center.
about the other one, Suzuki Miho. Is that her name?
I don't even know who
Just
that
a
girl
mess.
is.
She's the traitor. We don't talk about her.
Oh, she's the yeah. We don't talk about her.
We don't talk about her.
Yeah.
We talk about Mayu because she left because of scandal. That
Yeah.
wasn't her choice. The other girl is a traitor.
I mean, it wasn't. Well, whatever.
The other girl's a traitor.
So center Techi, the end. Yeah. Who else?
Oh my god, Hirate
When
Yuri.
Techi's been
Really?
gone for this long, he just brought her back. Of course, it's gonna be for the 7th single. Like, if you had asked me for like 6th single, I probably would not have said Techi as number 1.
Yeah, I thought okay.
Yeah.
So I would say fifth single. I thought it was gonna be Pong. It wasn't Pong.
Yeah.
It was Hirate. 6th single. I thought it was gonna be Pong.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Well, I was between Pon and Neru because Neru was getting so pushed that I was like, maybe
Yeah.
they'll just put Neru there. Even though I don't think they will, she could. She just like she has
Yeah.
the chances. But it was Hirate again. So this one, I'm like, I'm just not. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah, we're not even gonna question anymore.
Yeah,
It,
yeah.
Techi's a center, some
Yeah.
single.
Yeah.
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 All right, so that's my Keyaki Senbatsu of 19, including Harada Aoi, not including Maizumi.
You already lost because you have Aoi there.
Well, I mean, even if she's not in,
Yeah,
right?
you
That's
still have
only
chances.
like 10,
only
15 points.
You still have
Yeah.
chances. Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm gonna.
Go, Mina.
So let's do
Go,
Mina.
Mina. Go.
Okay.
Because we had to wait so long for you to come back.
I'm okay. My internet's crappy. I'm sorry. So formation number of members is 19. So I did 5 in the front, 7 in the middle, 7 at the end. So on the left, the far left is Oda Nana, Nanako,
Mm,
and then on the right is Ozaki,
mm,
Shiro or Sato,
mm.
Nijika, and then and center is Aoi, or like in the middle, in the end. in
So
the-
you are putting Aoi as well. You guys are
Yeah.
out of your minds.
I mean,
Like,
you
Wait, who are you excluding?
She's excluding Maizumi again.
Yeah.
Josh called us out in the comments. He's like, Zumi's not gone.
Yes, she's not gone, guys.
Okay, I know but like, who knows? I'm gonna get this wrong, guys. Okay.
I didn't expect Mina to make the same choice.
So here's something. Here's something I will say. If Maizumi is not there, it's gonna be a 666 formation, and it's just gonna be 18 members. It's not gonna be 19 members. I don't know why you guys are counting Manaka and Aoi in, but I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I'm hope it's 21, but like, yeah, whatever. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. And then middle on the left is Habu. And
Okay.
then Nanami. And then what's it? Watanabe Rika. And then center is, Meru, of course. And then Akane, and then Nanami. Did I?
Yeah, you said Yunesan twice.
Yeah. Okay, I did this in like 5 minutes, and I was like looking, like, did I miss someone?
You did.
Yeah, I missed someone. Okay, you can add in the number I missed someone.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, just send me the fixed list later. That's what I'll use to judge.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and then her friend on the left is Miru, and then Risa, and then Sugai, Yui, Techi. I predict.
Yone's so good she in there twice, says Josh.
Yeah, she is so good. Gay police, bless her. All right.
Yone's so good she in there twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I did this in 5 minutes, and I was like, I told you
read
that I'm missing someone. I told you guys.
I read all the members. I read 21 members. So
I know, but like, I was looking at it, and I'm like, okay, guys, I've been awake since 5. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Maris, you wanna give us your expert Keyaki
I'm not an expert at
knowledge?
Okay, look. This is also made in 5 seconds, and I had like data that I was gonna go through. I legit have like a spreadsheet that has like how many times this person has been third row, how many times this person has been middle row, and I used none of those data to make this. It was just like I was just going with it. Okay, so yeah, so
That's right.
I think it's 19 members because I think Imaizumi is there. It's not because I think Aoi is gonna come back. I think Imaizumi is gonna be there. Otherwise, it would be a 666 formation. But I think it's gonna be a 775 because Imaizumi is in. Okay, so here we go. Starting left, third row is gonna be Nako. Because I can't push Nako yet. Like Nako, I feel like she still needs to work on some things. Satoshi, so it's mostly because the same reason. I think she needs to push a little bit herself so she can go to like second row more. Ozeki, which I didn't want to put Ozeki in third row, but it just happened this way. I'm sorry. Center, third row is gonna be Fuchan, which I don't also want Fuchan to be third row, but that's how it happened. And I think Fuchan middle, I think Fuchan center something is good because depending, like she dances so well. I feel like she should be second row, but I put her third row. I'm sorry. Next to her, Wimu, and then Nijika, and then Habu. Habu closes third row.
Habu third row?
Yeah, because Habu was first row this single.
Twice.
Yeah, she was.
Twice in a row, right?
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times she was. So Habu was first row twice, second row twice, and third row twice. So I feel like she can go third row now because she was just like first row in Garaware. So I'm okay with that. Okay, so second row, we start with Pei-chan. So Watanabe Rika in front of Nako. I did that because I wanted them to be together somehow. Yeah. So Nako in front of her Pei-chan. Next to Pei, which is really sad, but Suzumoto Miyu, which is like Pei that can't really dance, and then Mon that can super dance. So yeah, it just turned out to be this way.
Miyu's
Next
had the
to her,
most front rows out of anyone besides Hirate.
Mon.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah,
She's
Mon has
she's the only one with
4.
four.
Yeah,
Four?
Mon has 4. Yeah. So I think Mon can go like second row. It's okay. I mean, I still think, depending on the song, of course. Like, we're doing this without knowing the song. Like, as soon as
we're
we
doing this blind.
hear like a
Oh,
note.
yeah, but someone in the comments said something about it being like a cheery summer song, though.
Yeah, because like if
I don't
it
know
is
what
a
it is.
cheery,
Yeah.
if it's a cheery like summer song, then I start doubting Hirate center, and I start doubting like Fuyuka third row. I would bring them first. Again, we're just doing this without knowing.
We're doing
So
it's blind.
wrong. I'm joking.
so next to Mon, Akane, because like she's been in that position for so long, and I think like she does good there. Like, that's a good place for Nen. Like, when Hirate is not in front, you can see Neru and Nen. Nen is so pretty. She can be there. It's great. Next to Neru, Yonetani Nanami. I push Yone-san because during Garaware, she had like a little solo part, and it was like Techi does it now because it's a Techi song. But
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
yeah, I think she's doing it, man. And I heard a lot of her voice like in the background, like she was definitely singing. I could totally notice
Like
Yone-san's
the first like glassware performance, it was like, is Yone the center? Like,
Yeah.
that's what I was feeling.
Yeah. So I think she's gonna be either second row, first row. I think she's been doing so well. She gets my push. Right next to her, another pushed member, Oda Nana, second row, because I couldn't put her in first row. But like Oda Nana doing so well, like Keyakite Kakenai, she's just like the person at Keyakite Kakenai. She's everywhere. She's so fun. People really started loving her. She went on Sama's show with Neru the other day. She's getting pushed. So Oda Nana second row. I would even put her first row, but it just turned out that she's second row. And right next to Oda Nana, Koike. So we still have Koike second row. She was first row in Garaware. So okay. So now first row, we start with Watanabe Risa. So so it's Risa. Right next to Risa, Imaizumi Yui. Then center, that I will not spoil. Then next to center, Kobayashi Yui. And next to Pong, Sugayuka. And center is Techi. But I wanted them. I would actually put, if it was like 777, I would probably push Mon back to first row and have like Koike kind of where Yone-san is, because those were the members. Well, Habu also did it, so those were kind of the members that took Hirate's like center position, right? So it would be cool to see them like front with her, when she was away. So so that's my I think Yuka is gonna be first row again. Just Yuka's been nailing everything this year. And if Imaizumi is not there, then I would put Suzumoto Miyu, but Imaizumi is gonna be there, guys. I believe. Zooming center. There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, those are our Senbatsu predictions for Keyaki's 7th single. Again, we will figure out how everybody scores when they actually announce the lineup, and the winner will get to challenge the lowest person to a thing. I already have challenges in mind, guys. I'm ready for this. But yeah, we've passed like an hour and a half already. Just to wrap things up, next week, because this weekend there will be the first eliminations on Produce 48. I do have planned to have at least one person on to give us some like additional insight into their perspective on Produce 48, and also share their thoughts on the first elimination. And then we might even do something similar to what we just did concerning like top 12. Just like if we all pick the top 12 next week, and then like figure out after every week like how our pick is doing, and then by the end we'll see who was best at figuring out what Koreans like. And yeah, so that's all. That's the plan for next week in the future. Not number one. Yeah. So, do you guys have any closing statements? Anything that we talked about today that you just want to bring some light on? Put some light on. Maris?
No, I think I talked about. Yeah, I just want to see more. Let's see this Keyaki can I like maybe they'll announce the Senbatsu there. We don't gonna have to spend too much time like thinking about if he's Hirate center or not. She's gonna be center, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a Hirate Oshi, and I'm kind of like, you know, she's gonna be center.
She wants someone new.
Yeah, I do. I want Paul center. Paul center. Kobayashi center.
I hope.
Mina?
Who knows? Not much. I guess watch the episode tomorrow. It's airing tomorrow. Yeah. So yeah. Guys. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. For some people, it's tonight actually.
Yeah.
For us,
that's true.
The morning. Yeah. Yeah, that's everything for this week. We've been on for far too long. In the future, I will definitely try to keep these to an hour.
You know what's the problem?
Now,
48. It just takes forever.
There's just so many. There's just so many groups. There's so much happens. They feed us so well. Yeah, that's it for this week. You can follow all of us on Twitter. Our handles are below our faces. And then you can follow us on Twitch and on Twitter at Oshi Moshi Cast. On YouTube, we're just the name Oshi Moshi. We don't have a channel URL yet. But yeah, that's everything. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time. Bye.